Okay, today I'm going to have a go at teaching you how to crochet a circle out of your plastic yarn. Now, if you happen to have a galah on your shoulder, remove him because he won't be as useful as you think. So the first thing we'll need is a crocheting hook. I've used a 4.5. You might have something already. A 5.5 might work. Just give it a go and see what you think. Now you've got your plastic yarn and your crocheting hook, so all we need to do first is just make a slip knot. So we just go over, okay, pull it up and place in our hook. Now we've got to be careful not to pull everything too tight because the yarn actually grips onto the crochet hook quite well. The first thing we're going to do is make 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chain, and we're just going to poke our needle through the first chain and connect them. Okay, so we're going to be working now from now on through into this hole in the middle. Okay, but the first stitch is actually going to be a set of chains, so we're going to make 3 chains. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Got to keep loosening off all the time because this plastic grabs a bit. It's a bit tricky, but once you get used to it you'll be right. So that's going to be our first stitch. It's actually 3 chains. After that we're going to do the proper crochet stitch, that double crochet or triple crochet, whatever you call it. If you just watch carefully, this is what I do. Around the yarn, down through the hole, come back up, grab the yarn, pull it through, loosen off a bit because like I said it grabs. Around the yarn, pull through 2, got 2 left. Around the yarn, pull through the next 2. There's our first actual crochet stitch, but there's our chain, so now we've got 2 on. So we're going to do another one around through the hole, grab it with the hook, bring it back, so you've got 1, 2, 3 on that hook. Yarn around, pull through 2, got 2 again, yarn around, pull through 2. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3. You keep going until there's 12 in all the way around. So pause the video and then we'll come back when we've done the 12 and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, I've got 11. I'm going to do 1 more to make our 12. Around, through the hole, back, pull through 2, pull through 2. Right, so in all we have 12 stitches on here. It's probably hard to see, but there's 1. Okay, so I admit crocheting plastic with a cocky as an assistant is quite challenging, but if you can get through that, you can do anything. So just keep counting the stitches.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So now we're going to link this up with our first chain, just here. So I just go through this hole, through, pull the yarn back, link it through. Okay, we've got a full circle, 12 stitches. Now each row we're going to increase by 12 stitches. So to do the next row we're just going to do another 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. Now we're up the top. So we're going to do 1 more stitch in that same spot. Around the hook, through the hole, up, through 2, through 2. We've got 2 in that one spot. The next chain just here, the top of that next stitch, we're just going to do 1 through 1 stitch. Now in the next one just here we're going to do 2. Round, another one in that same spot. Okay, in the next spot we'll just do 1. So there's our spot we're going to go through. It's the top of that other stitch. 1. You guessed it, in the next spot, just here, we're going to put 2 stitches in. 1, 2. So we're going to increase this round by 12 stitches in all by doing 2, then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 1, all the way around. So you keep going, we'll pause the video and we'll come back at the other end. Okay, we're back at that spot. We've got our pattern of 2, then 1, then 2, so we need 1 into here. And we've completed our circle. To join it up, we just need to link into that very first set of 3 chains. So we'll just link through, pull it through. There's our completed circle. So now to do the next row, we need to start with those 3 chains again. That's our first stitch. 1, 2, 3 chains. And we're going to put another stitch in that same hole. So another stitch, through, pull it back, through 2, through 2. Okay, now we've got to increase by 12 again. Okay, we've got our first 2 into this next, top of this next stitch. We're just going to do one stitch. 1 double crochet, I suppose we call it. Okay, remember to keep loosening off. It's a windy day, so you can hear my chimes. 1 stitch, and the next one just 1 stitch. And then in the next one we're going to do 2. So into this hole, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. Then into this next hole we'll just do 1 double crochet. Oh, it's really windy. 1 double crochet. And so on. So this next hole, 2 double crochets. Oops. It's tricky, this plastic thing. 1, 2. Okay, so we can continue on with 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. That pattern until we get all the way back round to here. If you pause the video and have a go, and I'll meet you up this end and we'll see what to do next. But I think you've got the hang of it now. Now I'm almost to the other end, but I've just come up to a spot where there's a join in the yarn. So I just wanted to show you what we do when we get to a join. So we just try and crochet it in really, we just pull it through. So I've got my 2, 1, 1, 2. So I'm about to do another 1, and I'm just going to hook the yarn, including that tail end of the knot, in and include it in the entire thing. It's a little bit tricky at first, but you get used to it and it just all blends in. There we are. So I've got, what have I got? 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So I need 1 in the next one. Don't worry too much if it's not perfect. We're just aiming for something nice and strong and circular and flat. So the main thing is to keep sort of giving a bit of a stretch. Make sure it's nice and flat. And stay loose, like I said. Try and stay loose. Just relax. Here we go. 2, so 1 in here. Like I said, if you lose track, hey, doesn't really matter if we're not exact. Another 1 in there. That'll do. And we're back to that spot where we put 2 in. You see? So we're just going to link through that first set of 3 chains. Now in normal crochet with yarn, quite often we would go through the top of the stitch in that case, but I'm going for the easy way, put it that way. Alright, so now we have a little circle. We've done 1, 2, 3 rows. We keep going, so you would go up with another 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and you guessed it, we're going to do another one in that spot. Let's go into that spot. Now this time we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and then 2. So one in the top of here, one in the top of here, one in the top of here in that hole, and then a set of 2 in this next hole. 1, 2. Okay, and we'll continue on. We'll do 1, 2, 3, and then in the next hole put 2, and so on. And of course with the next row it's the same thing. Put 2 in the first, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a set of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, a set of 2, and so on. Keep increasing that way. Okay, so here we are. We've got 4 rows. Hopefully I've still got you all with me and you haven't stormed off, got cross, thrown your plastic in the bin and said, I'm out of here. You can stick your plastic where it fits, Karen. Let's just hang in there because it gets easier as you go along. And I'm sure you guys can do it. Just remember to keep loose. Keep loosening off this ball because sometimes it gets a bit caught up and your hands get a bit sweaty, especially if you're cross. Don't get cross when you're crocheting. It's not good for your health. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So we're on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're on the 5th row. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th row. See, I get muddled up too. 5th row. So this time we started off with that original chain and a stitch in the one hole. So in this next hole we'll just put 1 stitch, just a single one in each one for the first 4. And we got 2, 1, 2, 3, the 4th one, and in the next one, you guessed it, we're going to put 2. Alright, 2, there's the second one in the same hole. Alright, and then we can continue on with that pattern. So we'll go 1 stitch, another single stitch, another single stitch, the 4th single stitch, and on the 5th one we'll put 2 in. Okay, so congratulations if you've done 5 rows, you've hung in there. It's actually quite tricky at first, but it does get easier. So just remember, each row we're increasing by 12 stitches with each row, and if you keep that easy pattern in your head, you should be right. Eventually 8 rows is about enough for each circle. So if we can crochet 8 rows and finish there and start another circle, just keep crocheting circles roughly about dinner plate size. Eventually we'll have a stack each, and let me know how you're going and how many you've got, because once I get the feeling that we've got plenty of circles, we'll start putting the big sculpture together. I'm going to have some gatherings here and there, and I'll let you know about those, where if you're not sure about crocheting and you just want to get started, myself and a few others that are keen to help others will come together in some different places and teach each other. Meantime, if you want to have a look, there's some great videos on YouTube that are probably lots easier to follow than a crazy lady with a galah. So have a go at that. Let me know how you're going, and I'm also going to post some videos of an easier process where the children can get involved, which will be some weaving, so look out for that. Together we're going to make something really amazing, and I hope you can hang in there for the ride, because this is going to be part, I think, of a huge shift in the way we look at plastic. So bear with me and keep watching out for the new videos, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.